We started out with the west wind, which wasn't our friend today, and we was going to the west because that's where our fresh bait was at. We went to the bait boat to start with, so we hit all our typical points on that end. But the tide didn't really start moving till late. Speckled trout. I mean, that's what brought me to Cocodrie, was the speckled trout. Is phenomenal in the summertime. I mean, I've fished all over Louisiana, like you said, and in the summertime you can't beat the bite on the croakers in Cocodrie.
Cocodrie is one of those kind of middle of the state areas. It's influenced a little bit by the Mississippi River flow when it's coming this way, but it's also getting some flow and some effect from the Atchafalaya coming out from the west. So it's kind of sitting in between the two rivers. Speckled trout mixed in with all them hardheads. You're living in a bad neighborhood, son. I think we need to take you home with us. We'll take good care of you.
First thing this morning, we started out with our old faithful friend, the west wind there. Always makes it tough. The water was halfway decent, but we had an incoming tide. Picked up a lot of small trout, plenty of throwbacks, lots of catfish. We had a mixed bag of trash, ladyfish, lots of action, but not what we were really looking for.
Well, in the summertime, you want to look, we tend to go to the beaches. I mean, we like the rocky shells and the beach points. And a lot of times the bait will give it away, the shrimp jumping, birds will send you to one little area, but I mean, it's scattered out. I mean, it's really just going what you know. If you see the tide moving around certain banks, that's what you want to capitalize on. I mean, you want to go to the bait fish, really. I mean, you're seeing it, the way the pogies will flop around, the shrimp jump out of the water is a definite giveaway. I mean, that's where you want to fish. You see shrimp jumping, you definitely want to get in some of that action.
It's an area that's really been adversely hit with coastal erosion. There's been a lot of wetlands lost.
Well, in the off season, I'm a crew boat captain, and I'm involved with I work for a transportation company, and we specialize in dredge work. So normally, I take a crew of guys out to the island, whether they be dozer operators or, you know, just the guys at the fill site where we're pumping this material to. But I mean, it's a win-win for us. You know, they're building the land back to what it used to be, and it's the only hope we got. It seems like we've lost the battle against losing our coast, but, you know, that's one small step that's working to try and just save it for a little while longer, you know.
So, I mean, it was a kind of slow morning, and a lot of smaller trout, and quite a few throwbacks, and the catfish, I hate to even talk about, but we caught a bunch of those today. I mean, that's your other fish that you catch.
Come on, big boy. My approach after fishing today, my approach is going to be, you know, get a couple dozen live crabs and go post up on those corners. Same areas we were fishing, but fishing with whole crabs. And, you know, we're pretty successful with the bull red this time of year in that area. If you really target them with, you know, either giant croakers or live crabs.
big boy there. All right, today was one of those great trips. Whenever we come down here to Cocodrie, we stop in at Cocodrie Charters, where you're always welcome. A lot of history in this area, and it's just a great place to get away from downtown and come down here and really enjoy yourself and leave with a box of nice fish.